Morning. So it's Friday, so we've made it end of the week. So I've been consistent this week. I've done a video every day, and I hope everyone's not too bored. Yeah, I've really enjoyed doing them. So you join me now at this flue collector for this glowworm. So let's get in there and get it done. Right, got my bucket, boiler, and look at that. I can drain it down lovely from there. And if you didn't know, there's a key that goes on there. All the cases are off. Now we need to get all of the burner out of the way under all of these. Get the gas valve out as well. And then we can start undoing connections. Get these electrodes out. See these little cracks? This is where that's perished, so that would have needed changing anyway. It starts to blow out from there. Undo these 3 brackets. Get them out of the way. Not even on. And get this trap changed over as well. Get rid of that. Get rid of that seal. Okay, so it must be up here somewhere. See lots of water starting to go there. Not too bad. So we're at this point now. Put the new trap in and then we'll start rebuilding it. New seal. Lube up the seals. So we go on. New in, new. Get rid of the old seals. Right, so back in. Just need to do up these three again. Always order up new seals, and they come with rubber, not the fibre ones that were there earlier. And I normally just start with the back one. When you're at this point and it's watertight, you might as well test it all now. So fill it up, make sure that it's all good, because you don't want to put all the front back on and then realise it's got to come back out. Right, so it's filling up. Right, so we're all good. So now I'm going to just start changing over the G10 seal. There we go, so new sealing. Comes with all the new washers that you need, new bolts, copper grease, new gasket, over the electrodes. What I do is I'll go around, crunch all the edges so it sits in there a little bit easier. Just squishing it in a little bit. Any remnants? When I do this, what I tend to do is I'll go opposite, so I'll go there, 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 and then go around after. Job done. Whilst they're out, might as well give them a quick clean up. Obviously I'll spray that up after as well, just to double check. Generated quite a bit of rubbish, as you can see, the old flue collector and all the other seals, etc. Tools wise, I've used these. This is it. To be honest, didn't really need that, but I've done it just in case. Yeah, so as you can see, not a lot. Oh, and this. And I just bought this off Amazon ages ago. Does the job. See, emissions are lovely, nice and low, so perfect. So that's that flue collector done. Took me around about an hour and a half. I was stopping for filming, etc. And yeah, so they're not that difficult, especially when they're, you know, that was a dream location, to be fair. So yeah, I couldn't really argue. So yeah, and you saw at the end there just what tools I've used. It's not a lot of tools. It's not at all. So yeah, don't be sort of scared of it. Just get stuck in. That's the only thing I can say, is just follow the process, and you'll get to the end. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look on my screen now, see what other jobs I've got, and yeah, let's get into it. Up to this one, and it says in the notes that there's no hot water or heating. Someone was here the other day. They've replaced the pump, so hopefully it's an easy repair, and we'll get on to the next one after that. But let's get into this one. So just reading the notes, and that says that it's down to, or the manufacturing instruction says it's down to the flow from this one. So we'll get inside and have a look. Unfortunately on that one, the customer was literally standing on my shoulder watching me the whole time, so I wasn't able to show you what I was checking. But basically, obviously, you saw on there the Mr. Fault on there. So what I was doing was, on the side of the circuit board, I was just taking off the plug, and then you've got two yellow wires that go up to one for Mr. and you've got two blues that go to the other for Mr. And basically what I was doing was just checking the resistance readings between the two, so between the two yellows and then again afterwards on the two blues, and just checking to see what resistance I was getting back. So there was a little bit of warmth in the boiler. I'd say maybe around about 20 to 30 degrees. So I was getting around about 11.2 kilo ohms on the resistance reading. So yeah, that was working out, you know, right for them for Misters. Looking at the temperature dialed temperature thingy that I keep on my phone to tell me what resistance I'm looking for at certain temperatures. So yeah, that seemed to be good. And then literally after that, I just thought it's definitely going to be the circuit board, because it literally, I'm turning the boiler, but once the boiler gets a thingy from the 2 port, it's literally just locking out straight away. I'm 99% sure it's the circuit board. I'll go back Monday with a new circuit board. Unfortunately, the customer's going to be cold all weekend, but they have assured me they've got heaters, but also their immersion heater's not working. So, but the immersion's fine, but there's just no power getting there. So I've told them you might have to get a new socket put in. As I said, for now, you could just run it off an extension lead, So she's going to dig one out and sort that out with her husband. So yeah, on to the next one. Right, so we've just pulled up at the next one. No lights on at the minute, so hopefully that's the power. Maybe not. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. There we go. It actually says boiler on there. So let's see what. Okay, so it's got a solid red. On these boilers, you need to, there's different fault codes that can occur if it's got a flow switch on there. So just double check, and it will be on this part of the flow pipe. So there's nothing on there. And also another bit of information for you that I've just found out today is that this seal here is actually being made obsolete from Baxi supposedly. So this could see the end of these boilers very, very soon. Right, so let's reset it and see what happens. So it goes straight back to red. I'm going to disconnect the pump. See what happens this time. No, straight back. And as I suspected, circuit board. So I need to go and get one. Yeah, always carry one. Right, so as of right now, the PCB's good. Replace that. It's sparking, but it's not igniting. So I'm just checking my inlet. Now I'm just going to check my P1. Right, so you'll be able to see it spark, see what goes on with the gas valve. Nothing. Cool. Okay, so a couple of hits with my trusty spanner. Right, so it's all back up and running, and I just wanted to show you all of that really, because obviously at first, yeah, it was a circuit board because the boiler wouldn't reset, etc. Change that over, then it wouldn't ignite. You know, then you just got to do your basic checks after that. Yeah, I know I had to tap it, but it's probably been sitting there for a couple of days, I think. So yeah, tapped it and it's all working fine. I've tested it at least 7 times now, on and off. I've been turning it off, turning it back on, just to make sure, and it seems to be running absolutely fine now. So yeah, on to the next one. So just pulled up to the next one after that Suprema. The customer is saying that occasionally they have to reset the boiler. Obviously they haven't you know, filmed or whatever the fault code is, a Worcester, so the lights flash in certain sequences, etc. So I never really know what to do on these jobs, because if it's working while I'm here, then what can I do? You know, that's kind of the thing that I wonder about. So obviously I'm going to check my FGA readings, check my inlet pressures, check the hot water, make sure it's not overheating, etc. You know, make sure the fan's okay, but then fan would come up with C6 fault. So yeah, it's always a bit of an unknown, so I'll get in there now, just check it all over and see what's going on really. Oh, that's the first time I think I've ever had that or come across that. Yeah, turned up, obviously what I've just said, I've just tested all the FGA readings, adjusted the gas valve slightly just to get the readings up to where they should be perfectly, ran the hot water for over 10 minutes just to make sure it's not overheating, it's sitting at 56 degrees, absolutely perfect. Said to the customer, like, without knowing what fault code it was, would you be able to record it if it happens again? And she literally just said, you can go now. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I haven't even put the case on. No, you can go. And I was like, I know you're not happy with my diagnosis, but I said, like, what else can I do? And she was like, well, you haven't resolved the issue. I said, there is no issue as far as I'm concerned right now. There's nothing I can find. And well, you can go. And literally just stood there, and I was like, I've got to put the case back on. No, go now. I was like, listen, I've got to put the case back on. Just very difficult person, very difficult, because I didn't give her the answer that she wanted. But if anybody's got any tips on, what you can do in that sort of situation, not with regards to the customer, because I can deal with that, but with regards to what more can you test? It's not like we've got a car that we can put like an OBD reader into the thing, and it tells us any previous faults, and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I did check through. I just couldn't find anything. Everything seemed to be fine. Right, so I'm up here in the loft, and basically the customer's reporting that the overflow is tripping every once in a while. I think we found the problem. Just that ball valve isn't shutting off. I don't carry these anymore, so I'll have to get her to get one of the plumbers in. She's all covered for it anyway, so I have to get her to get one of them in, sort that out for her. That's the end of a week, end of another day. So my last job there was a complaint job that's been ongoing since the new boiler was installed, where the radiator, the whole system just wasn't working, needed balancing. The boiler was right on the edge of being powerful enough to the size, the amount of radiators and the size of the cylinder. Still not 100% sure whether it's big enough. But yeah, so that's it. So thank you very much for watching again. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. As you can see, it's dark again when I finish, so yeah, it's quite late today, but yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.